The Unicorn, a privately held startup valued at over $1 billion, and Calm is the first mental health app unicorn. But there is another startup with a tiny fraction of Calm's funding, and they're right on Calm's heels in being a mental health app destination found online using Google. I'm talking about the Shine app. I'm Lance, I consult in this space, and today I'm going to show you how the $10 million funded Shine actually has a bigger digital footprint online than the $220 million funded Calm. And I'm also going to take you behind the curtain and show you one of the secrets to their success. Shine is a self care app that inspires users to look after their mental health with the help of a vast library of audio meditations, gratitude exercises, journaling, and a community support forum. The app has instant messaging built within it. Shine attracts a user base that feels unrepresented by Calm and is routinely coping with microaggressions in the form of sexism and or racism within predominantly male and white spaces. Shine's approach is rooted in what is called acceptance and commitment therapy, which encourages people to face and embrace their thoughts and feelings head on rather than fighting them or feeling guilty about them. Once paired with mindfulness-based therapy, this has proven to be an effective coupling for combating anxiety and depression. Okay, it's time to grind Shine. What you're looking at is a profile of the volume of people using Google who have found and visited Shine in the last 30 days and over the course of the last 12 months. The yellow arrow on the left is 12 months ago. The yellow arrow on the right is today. That green line, that represents meteoric growth. Growth in the spectrum of words and phrases that people are using on Google that are leading them to Shine's website. 12 months ago, that yellow arrow on the left, Shine's digital footprint was about 25,000 different words and phrases. Today, that yellow arrow on the right, the digital footprint of Shine, the volume and spectrum of different words and phrases that people are using on Google and being led to Shine, well, that number today is that purple arrow 84,501 number. Simply put, you can say Shine's findability online using Google has increased over 300% in the last 12 months. That's exceptional and reflected in that red arrow, the metric you see next to that red arrow, that 82,400. What that's saying is in the last month, Shine had 82,400 people arrive to its site from people who originated their search on Google. That is exceptional. The value Google places on that traffic exceeds $100,000. That's what that metric is on the right with the red circle. Of course, Shine does not pay Google for this. They earn this through having viable content aligned with what Google refers to as searcher intent. So when it comes to SEO, search engine optimization, and Google, Shine has been winning in a very big way. To fully appreciate this performance, let me bring in the unicorn, Calm, and place their data profile in the same view so you have some context to fully appreciate what I'm trying to illustrate. There you see Calm, and as you can see with the red arrow, they had 105,000 people arrive to their site after finding them through search on Google. That's great. The value of that traffic, $154,000, that red circle on the right, that's all fantastic. Now let me bring your attention to those purple arrows. As you can see with Calm, their digital footprint, the spectrum, the number, the variety of words and phrases people use to find them online was just over 66,000. That's about 18,000 less words and phrases used than what you see with Shine and their 84,500 metric. This indicates Shine is probably covering more topics, being more diverse within those topics, and going more granular within those topics. This actually makes perfect sense and is consistent with how and why Shine was started in the first place. The two founders, both women of color, felt the vertical space did not speak to them. How we would say this professionally is Shine's keyword digital footprint is about 28% larger than Calm's. Or you can say from a base of 5% of the funding of Calm, they're achieving 80% of the findability of Calm online. This is really stunning stuff in this mental health game online because in Shine, we're talking about a $10, $11 million funded company being competitive online with a $220 million funded unicorn. So Shine is right there competing with Calm in terms of Google search. And let me take you behind the curtain and show you one of the key ways they're getting this done. Okay, some quick foundation. Our brains are attracted to numbers because they automatically organize information into a logical order. Delving into what can be weighty topics can be daunting, and so you always want to break down the complex into small components or steps to make the perception of the task of digesting the topic as manageable, as people can envision themselves following steps, instructions, and sequences. Thus, whenever I create content for clients, whenever possible, I will title something with a number and characterize the components in the familiar. The 5 steps, 7 tips, 3 keys to achieving, 4 ways, and so forth. Let's take a look at what some of these articles Shine publishes online look like. Furthermore, placing a number in the title makes the article sound authoritative and lends certainty to the arguments made in the article. Numbers reach directly into our subconscious and say, this message is important, and a fear of missing out kicks in on something that might indeed improve our lives. Readers naturally assume that they will learn or benefit from adopting insight from a numbered article. The number hints to readers how much time they need to invest. A headline with a small number conveys the message to the reader that the content is precise, succinct, and easily digestible. A large number indicates more of a reading investment due to how comprehensive and or granular the content is. Either way, you're establishing authority with no ambiguity or guessing of the outcome. What you're looking at now are the top pages that are generating all this online traffic for Shine. These are the pages people using Google are finding. This is where their 300% growth originates. This is the endpoint. Now, this is that same listing, the top pages on Shine that are generating all this traffic on Google, except this time I've placed a red arrow next to all the pages that have titles that include numbers. It's no accident that nearly all of the content on Shine applies this number strategy across the board. And you can see how they're winning and have established a bigger digital footprint in this vertical than the now $2 billion unicorn, Calm. For the curious, no, Calm is not doing anything like this. I'll put the same listing up of the top pages on Calm that generate their traffic. And as you could see, those red arrows, Calm is focused on a celebrity strategy with LeBron James and Matthew McConaughey and so forth. And oh, that green arrow at the bottom, can you believe their 10th most visited page is for refunds and improper billing? Yep, there you see it. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button, share it with a friend, and if this is the kind of thing that interests you, definitely subscribe. I'm Lance. This is Therapy Grind. Until next time, take care.